Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good any time of the day or night, wherever you are, peace and blessings. And thank you for sharing just a little bit of your time with me again today. Now, I know it's been a while since I've been on, and literally, I am still going over some things in uh, the uh, the book, The American Nightmare: The History of Jim Crow. But I should be finishing that up later on today, so I will be back with another video on that. But I wanted to real quickly speak on, and I know a lot of people are talking about it, this uh, I guess this immigration of Afrikaners from South Africa who are um, acrimous, opaque-minded people who in South Africa had their own version of Jim Crow, who are being allowed into these United States of America. And a lot of people are focused on the fact that, oh, how can they just jump the line and, get in front of everybody else who's trying to get in here, and, and how can, the United States of America be deporting people at the same time that they're allowing these people in. And they said that they were going to allow 8,000 of these Afrikaner, acrimous, opaque-minded people in here. Um, and so there is that part to look at, but this is the part that I think is more important than anything else. And that is that these people are here. And they're giving them, I think, 50,000 acres of land. Okay. So these people are here not because they're having such a hard time in South Africa, or at least not only that. They're here to replenish the acrimous, opaque-minded population. They're here to bring the numbers up. Now, how many of those 8,000 people are going to be in the childbearing years? Don't know. But whatever children they have are going to be born in the United States and therefore are going to be American citizens. And that's the plan. Project 2025, Agenda 47, the Doge, and everything that's going on with tariffs and all that has to do with the acrimous, opaque-minded people. I shouldn't even say people, beings. They're a subgroup of the parental group of pale-skinned people. And that subgroup is the one that is behind shipping 8,000 people here to replenish, not with 8,000. That 8,000 is, and I listen, it wouldn't surprise me at all if you saw the fastest processing for American citizenship that we've ever seen in these United States of America, because they want to make them American citizens and they want their offspring to be American citizens. And that is what is going on here, because more than likely they're not going to have just one child. Okay? They're trying to replenish the acrimous, opaque-minded subgroup population. That's what they want to do. Now I'm going to explain my terminology in my posting that's coming after this. But we need to pay attention. You know, we get all up in arms and everything saying, oh, that's not fair and they're doing this, but they know exactly what they're doing. And they're trying to build their numbers. They are frightened. It's not just their numbers here in these United States of America. Globally, their population is losing numbers. And they're afraid that they're going to be outnumbered and that, you know, things are going to go against them, and even that they are going to become the quote unquote minority. Yeah. See, this whole thing with race and everything that they instituted, which they did probably about 600 years ago, you know, this whole thing that they instituted is backfiring on them. Yeah. And they don't know what to do. So now they're doing things like getting other people from other pale-skinned people from other countries to come over here and repopulate. Now, let me tell you something else. My heart goes out to the people in Ukraine and what they're going through. But we have I think it's 185,000 of them here. And they're not being deported like other people are being deported because they look like the president of these United States, orange skin notwithstanding. They look like him. And they look like J.D. Vance. And they look like all these other pale skin acromis skinned people. They look acromis, pale skinned people. They look like them. And so they're not going to be in a rush to get rid of them because they're counting on those people being here long enough to produce some more pale skinned offspring so they can bring their numbers up. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay? Just to let y'all know, that is what's going on. Now, why am I saying this? Because we need to be aware. We need to be aware of what's going on because the minute that they think those numbers are high enough, then they're going to turn around and start looking at us to put us back in a position of slavery and Jim Crow. That's what they're going to do. Okay, not going to be on here long because I do have to work on the rest of that posting and get it back out, but I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you for joining me. Okay, peace and blessings. And always, always, always stay woke, y'all. Look with intelligence. View things with intelligence. Don't just look for a story. Look for what's behind the story because there's always a backstory. And the backstory is that they're trying to raise their numbers. All right, love y'all. Talk to you next time.